Hello students, welcome to our maths class 8th standard. So in our last video already we had discussed about the rational numbers. What are the rational numbers and what are the three properties already we have discussed. Those are your closure property, commutative property and the associative property, and how they are satisfied or not satisfied for the different four operations. And today we will discuss some more properties, and the next one is distributive property. So here the distributive property, it says that if A, B, C are three rational numbers, then what the property says, A multiplied by B plus C inside the bracket, that is equal to AB plus AC. Also A multiplied by B minus C, that is equal to AB minus AC. And the first one, when the B plus C it is there inside the bracket, then we are getting AB plus AC, and this is called the distributive property of multiplication over addition. And when it is written A multiplied by B minus C, then it is called distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. Now we will see one example whether this property, the first property, it is satisfied or not, whether we are getting the left hand side equal to right hand side or not. So our first one, distributive of multiplication over addition. So here we will take one example. Now suppose the example is minus 3 upon 4, and inside the bracket it is written 2 upon 3 plus 5 by 6. Now we will just simplify it. So here what we should get, now this is our left hand side, and the right hand side what it should be, that minus 3 upon 4 multiplied by the first fraction inside the bracket, that is 2 upon 3. Then plus, again inside the bracket what will come, minus 3 upon 4 multiplied by 5 upon 6. So now this first term, this is our LHS, and the down term, that is our RHS. And we will simplify one by one and see whether the LHS is equal to RHS. So first we will take our left hand side, that is LHS. So here see the term minus 3 upon 4, and inside the bracket written two fractions 2 upon 3 plus 5 by 6. Now we will simplify this. So minus 3 upon 4 will remain as it is. Then first we have to simplify the bracket thing, and the LCM of 3 and 6 is 6, because 3 is one factor of 6 and 6 is the bigger number. So the LCM will remain as 6. Now to find the numerator, see this denominator, this is 3. So 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. Then that 2 will be multiplied with the numerator 2, so that we will get here 4. Then the second denominator is 6, and here we are getting LCM also 6. So the numerator will remain same, that is 5. Now finally what we are getting, minus 3 upon 4 multiplied by here 4 plus 5, 9 upon 6. Now just simplify this. This is 3 ones are 3 and 3 twos are 6. Then how much we are getting here? Minus 9 upon 8. So this is our LHS. Now we will see whether we are getting the same answer in our right hand side or not. So now we will take our right hand side, that is RHS, and here we see two terms are there. So first one is minus 3 upon 4 multiplied by 2 upon 3 plus the second term is minus 3 upon 4 multiplied by 5 upon 6. Now this is the multiplication operation, so simply the numerators will be multiplied and the denominators will be multiplied. So before that we have to simplify the numerator and denominator. So clearly here we can see 2 ones are 2 and 2 twos are 4, and this 3 and 3 will get cancelled. 3 ones are 3, 3 ones are 3, and here there is no common factor. So here 3 and 6, common factor is 2, so 3 ones are 3 and 3 twos are 6. So finally how much we are getting? In the first one we are getting minus 1 upon 2 plus in the second one we are getting minus 5 upon 8. Now we will do the addition thing. So the LCM of 2 and 8, it is again 8. Then the numerators will be 2 4s are 8. Then that 4 will be multiplied with minus 1, so it becomes minus 4. Then here 8 is already there, so the numerator will remain as minus 5, and plus minus becomes minus only. That you already know. Then what is the total? It became minus 9 upon 8, and this was only our LHS. In LHS also we had got the same answer, that is minus 9 upon 8. So what we got here, that is LHS equal to RHS. Hence what we can conclude, or what is our conclusion? That multiplication is distributive over addition. So similarly we can take the same example and just change the plus sign by minus, and then we can prove that the multiplication is distributive over subtraction also. So this says our distributive property. Then next we will see what is the role of 0 and role of 1 for the rational numbers. So first let us take the role of 0. So 0 is also called the additive identity for rational numbers. Then why it is called additive identity? Additive identity means we have to find such a number which is added to a number so that the identity remains same. That means any number added with suppose number 5, then the answer will remain as 5. Then only that number is called additive identity. And 0 is such a number which is added with any number will give us the same answer what we had taken before. So 0 is called the additive identity. So here we can see a plus 0, that is equal to a for any rational number a. A may be any rational number, may be positive, may be negative, or may be 0. So for example here we can see 3 upon 5. Now this is one positive rational number. When it is added to 0, we will get the same answer 3 upon 5. That means the identity of this 3 upon 5 remains same when 0 is added. So 0 is called the additive identity. Similarly here I have taken minus 2 upon 7. When minus 2 upon 7 plus 0 will do, then we will get the same answer, that is minus 2 upon 7. So 0 is called our additive identity. Next we will discuss role of 1. So 1 is called the multiplicative identity for rational numbers. Now what is the meaning of multiplicative identity? Multiplicative identity means which number is there which is multiplied with any number, the identity will not change of the previous number, of the first number, of the starting number. So that number is 1, because 1 multiplied by any number, we know we will get that number only. 1 is multiplied with which number? So we will see a multiplied by 1 is a for any rational number a. A may be positive, negative, or 0. So here take the example 3 upon 8 multiplied by 1, then it will give us 3 upon 8 only. Similarly minus 2 upon 7 multiplied by 1, that will give us minus 2 upon 7 only. So here the identity of this minus 2 upon 7, here the 3 upon 8, it remains same. So 1 is called the multiplicative identity for the rational numbers. So next we will discuss our negative of a number, which is also called additive inverse. Now additive inverse means what? Means we have to find such a number that is added with the given number so that the answer becomes 0. So for a rational number a upon b, here I have taken a upon b plus minus of a upon b is 0. Also we can see if we are doing 5 plus minus 5, then we are getting 0. So here this is one integer you can say. So we had 5 and just what we did, we added the inverse of 5. Inverse of 5 means that is minus 5. So here what we did, 5 was positive and we just took the same number but with the negative sign. That means we just changed the sign of the number. So here also a upon b is positive and we added minus a upon b. That means a upon b was positive, we just took the reverse, that is the sign only got reverse. So minus a upon b we got 0. So here see the other example 3 upon 4 plus minus 3 upon 4. Then if we simplify this, we will get our answer 0. So we can say minus a upon b is the additive inverse of a upon b and vice versa. That means minus a upon b is the additive inverse of a upon b and a upon b is the additive inverse of minus a upon b. Next we will say what is the meaning of reciprocal of a number, or we can say multiplicative inverse. So multiplicative inverse means what we have to multiply with a number so that we will get our answer 1. So here we can see for a rational number a upon b, if we are multiplying a upon b with b multiplied by a, then what it becomes, b and b will get cancelled. Then similarly a and a will get cancelled and finally our answer becomes 1. That means if we take one example 5 upon 7, then what to be multiplied with 5 upon 7 so that we will get 1? Here I have taken minus 5 upon 7. So here I took the same sign because we want 1 means positive 1. So if our given number is negative, we have to take the same negative number. If the given number is positive, we have to take the same positive number, then only we will get our answer as plus 1. But what we have to do, only we have to reverse the numerator and the denominator. That means here 5 was the numerator, now 5 will become the denominator, and 7 was the denominator and it will become the numerator. Then what will happen here, 7 ones are 7 and 5 ones are 5, and minus multiplication will become plus 1. So our answer becomes 1. So this B upon A, what we had multiplied with A upon B, this is called the reciprocal or multiplicative inverse of A upon B. But 0 has no reciprocal. Why? Because in the denominator, we had studied P upon Q. For the rational number, the condition was that Q cannot be equal to 0. So in the denominator, 0 cannot come. We can write 0 as 0 upon 5 also. But we cannot write 5 upon 0. So because 0 multiplied by any number, that will also give us 0. We will get 1 by multiplying with 0. So 0 has no reciprocal. So here ends our today's video, that properties got over. Now here some questions are there for you that you have to solve. So the first one is, choose the correct option for the following. So in your question number 1, 3 upon 8 plus dash means what to be added with 3 upon 8 so that you will get 3 upon 8. You have to find the correct answer from the options given. Then second one is minus 12 upon 9 multiplied by 1 is how much? So here you have to see the additive identity and this is the multiplicative identity that you have to think. Then third one is, what is the additive inverse of minus 2 upon 7? That means what to be added with minus 2 upon 7 so that you will get 0. Then what is the multiplicative inverse of 7 upon 16? That means what to be multiplied with 7 upon 16 so that you will get your answer 1. Thank you, children.